Greetings everyone, this is our group discussion, video 3, Lax2049, I've got news for you, group 121. Let us first introduce ourselves. My name is Jasmine Christina Bintijani and my metric number is 207753.
Hello everyone, my name is Halimatul Sa'da binti Mustafa and my metric number is 207897.
Hi, good evening to all of you. My name Akmalini bin Zainuddin. My metric number 206727.
Hi, my name is Nur Christina binti Abdulaziz. My matrix number is 206487.
Hi everyone, my name is Izzah Rufaida binti Mawad Rosli. My metric number is 205783.
Hello everyone, my name is Norish Razati Akmar binti Ahmad Fazil. My matrix number is 205507.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Ain binti Kamaruliza and my matrix number is 207739.
Everyone, my name is Nur Adina Nadira binti Syarul Amin. My metric number is 208329.
Okay, as last week we have choose articles for the first section. Let us continue discussing about this week's section, which is food. I'm sure everyone has already prepared their own articles, so let me start first. Okay, this is the article that I found at Kuala Lumpur by hotels.com website. They posted about 10 Malaysian dishes that are most famous and can be found in Kuala Lumpur. As Malaysia offers plethora of foods that can give to the visitors, it's such a waste for us as Malaysian to not promote to the outside world. Okay. So here a list of Malaysian dishes from our diverse culture, and they also provide the addresses where we can find all these mesmerizing foods. I think this article should be posted in our newspaper so that people become more aware of our local cuisine.
Okay, next I will present my article. Okay, so this is the knowledge on halal food amongst food industry entrepreneurs in Malaysia. So I found this article in the Google Scholar. So this is many of the research about these foods, halal foods among the in the Malaysia. Okay. So halal is an Arabic word mean lawful or permitted. Okay, the opposites of halal is haram, which means unlawful or prohibited. Okay, so halal foods refers to a hygiene and healthy foods according with the technique of the Quran and Sunnah of the Prophet. So ijma and qiyas. Okay. So Muslims are instructed by Allah to eat only halal foods, and when it doubts about it. Eating halal foods is not only good for physical health, but also for spiritual development since it fulfills God's commandments. So we as a Muslims must to eat a halal food because it just states in Al-Quran, and also it have many benefits when we consume the halal foods. Okay, for examples, when the food is not contain the non-halal foods, for example, the ingredient is alcohol and drugs, so it will be the danger for our healthy, because alcohol, as we know, these kinds of ingredient is not good for our health. Okay, so there are many indications of their submission and obedience to Allah. So the foods, for example, the following conditions that we make to know that halal food is the foods do not contain any components or products of animals. They are not halal to Muslims in case. Okay, I just want to tell you everyone, it is because it just not only Muslim people can consume the halal foods, also non-Muslim can consume the halal food because the halal food have a benefits when we consume it. Okay, so this article is basically about the food industry and because food industry becomes one of the main sources of income for local community in Malaysia. So I think we should put these articles in our food sections because we want to promote to the people about the restaurants halal food so that people will know and aware about the halal food. So when we showing these statements in our articles, the people also able to differentiate between good and bad food, as well as giving their full concerns of over hygiene foods in terms of ways of preparing, processing, and also marketing. So for example, in this article, it says that recently there are two food outlets operating in Kuala Lumpur were asked to stop and temporarily close their operations as they have displayed invalid halal signs that made the Muslim consumers confused. So we can promote in our news about the halal restaurant so that people will be aware about the what they consume in that particularly restaurant. So that's it for me.
Okay, I have an interesting article about the food, Malay food culture. Okay, as we know, the Malay food are very, very interesting and delicious, as we know. Okay, Malay food culture is strong and spicy and aromatic combination. The rich taste of the many herbs and spice commonly found in Asia. For example, the Malay food is the popular food when we breakfast in Malaysia is nasi lemak. When during the hari raya, we eat ketupat and rendang. Food is often eaten with the hand. Other than that, the Malay food they influenced by the different regions in Malaysia. For example, Negeri Sembilan. Once dominated by the Minangkabau from Sumatra, Indonesia. Features food that is rich in coconut milk. As for the example, the food that rich coconut meat is daging masak lemak cili api, nasi lemak, other than that lah. Okay. Okay, that's all from me for the about the Malay food culture.
Okay, I will continue next. The article that I've decided to pick for food segment is about the benefit of dark chocolate. The main source of this article is from Medical News Today. Many people love to eat chocolate, and now we have every reason to eat it every day. What people may not know is the health benefit that dark chocolate contains. Scientific studies have shown that dark chocolate is rich in antioxidant and packed with nutrients. It generally contains less sugar than milk chocolate. Dark chocolate contains phytonutrients called flavonoids, which are plant chemicals that act as antioxidant and may play a role in cancer prevention, heart health, and weight loss. And it also can help reduce inflammation and belief can potentially lower blood pressure. In the news, we can list up to 8 health benefits we can gain from eating dark chocolate. For example, dark chocolate can boost up your mood and prevent memory loss. Research has shown chocolate stimulates neural activity in areas of the brain associated with pleasure and reward, which in turn decreases stress and improves your mood. Besides that, dark chocolate may send good cholesterol up and bad cholesterol down. And it is also good for your skin. Manganese, I'm sorry, good for your skin. For example, inside the dark chocolate, it contains manganese, which supports the production of collagen, a protein that helps keep skin looking young and healthy. And on above benefits that I've stated earlier, of course, eating more than the recommended amount can bring more harm than good. So moderation is the key. Thank you.
Okay, let me continue. Um, okay, can you guys see? Okay. Uh, this article is from the hostel world. You guys, maybe all of you curious why I choose this article, the 50 weirdest foods from around the world. But for me, uh, I I love to know about different kind of food around the world. So I really appreciate this article provide this kind of article. So let us see the first food, chicken's feet. I think it's very common here in Malaysia because we do eat this chicken's feet. Maybe like Americans, they didn't eat this, so it's something new for them. But this haggis, I never heard of this. So maybe people interested to try, so they can make on their own. Malaysian people love to try new things, right? So it's good to include this kind of news in our newspaper. There are plenty of weird food here, like eyeballs. It's very weird. I think that is all from me. Thank you. Wait. Uh. Okay.
Okay, now I want to present about, okay, wait. I will share first. Can you guys see the screen? Okay, today I want to talk about food poisoning, which is article about Udek Kue, food poisoning case due to use of expired eggs, says Terengganu Exco. Like we know, this case involved 99 patients and one of them died. State local government chairman, state local government, housing, health and environment committee chairman, Dr. Alias Razak said they use eggs over 2 weeks past the expired date when making the pudding. Besides that, they do not have license. They only cook at home and market online, where we don't know how the food is handled and the level of hygiene practiced by them. So why I choose this article because first of all, Um, because a lot of business online like food does not have license or any certificate about food handling. So it's made us rely that have a license and certificate even we sell food in business market. Second, teach us to be carefully when we choose food. I mean, like when we buy some food, we must alert with their cleanliness, with their store and stuff, and using the right tool. Third is gain a lot of knowledge to avoid from food poisoning, like wash hand frequently, wash vegetable before cooking, and use the right tools like apron, cape, glove when cooking to others. And lastly, the clean food ensures safety. So that's all for me.
So next, I will show my articles. Can you see? Okay. Um, the the news that I will share is about food security, which is I took this news from FMT News, written by Imran Arif. So food security remains at a top concern in new normal. So as we know that nowadays is we are so concerned with pandemic COVID-19, but also the impact of COVID-19 to the economy and to the food um, is concerning to our food security, especially in Asia. For example, the factors is the delays of food exports from overseas and frantic panic buying by concerned Malaysians left supermarkets short of basic supplies such as bread and flour. This is one of the factors that happened in Malaysia during COVID-19. And then also, the lack of food security is damaging for poorer communities, which is poorer communities like B40 groups. They have lack of access and the money to afford food. And according to the Sarina Che Omar, which is the senior research associate at the Kazana Research Institute, ensuring that the staple foods are both available. Like, she mentioned the same thing that happened to the poorer people who had problem in monetary issues and to the lack of access to food. So she also stated the ways how the government uh, must must do um, like um, the government can improve the utilizations, which is teaching people how to prepare food and nutritional value, so that people who have uh, problem or who have weakness with the food security uh, can can actually improve in that sector. Also, Mat Nasir Shamsuddin, which is a professor in agriculture economics at University Putra Malaysia, also agreed that the food security is becoming a more and more significant issue. He also stated what's happening with the food factors in Malaysia, like small-scale farms with poor technology, lack of entrepreneurship, climate change, and depleting resources. And he also he not just stated the facts of the factors that and the issue that happened with the food security in Asia, but also he suggested the ways how to improve the food security, like improving the food stockpiles for emergency situations, subsidy programs for farmers in times of crisis, improving research in the food space to develop technology that minimize waste and improve the overall yield. Okay. And actually, they conclude also that actually people don't have to buy a lot or make it unavailable for the communities, which is when there's like frantic buying happening. Actually, we shouldn't do that because it could cause a big impact for the poorer communities. So basically, we have to be worried with the stockpiles and the food security in Malaysia. I think this articles is important for us to know. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next. My is about potato. So as you all know that in our kitchen, each kitchen in house, potato is labeled as the common ingredient that must have in kitchen. So uh, it have many type of potato, but actually I only highlighted on 8 potatoes. So the first one is russet potato. So russet potato is also known as daho, crisp or Burbank potato. So it best to use in roasting, baking, and mashing. So next, you have sweet potatoes, which is it common for us in Malaysian. So English. So sweet potato ni, sweet potato is not actually potato, but is root vegetable. So it baking and mashing. It's as russet potato. So next is red potato, which is red blast or red skin potatoes. So it's for potato salad, soup, and roasting. So next, white potato. This is actually the common potatoes that we see at market. So it used to mashing, frying, and boiling. So next, fingerling potatoes. Fingerling potatoes, this it have 2 or 4 inches. So it actually quite big for our common potatoes. So it best used also for roasting, baking, and frying. Next is yellow potatoes. This is actually the common look in what in market in market that the other market sell. So it also used for frying, roasting, boiling, and mashing. So next is purple potato that's we not usually see in market. Sweet potatoes. This is the last potato. Is the or baby potato is just small than the other potatoes. It also used for boiling, roasting, and steaming. So, me, if we put this article in our newspaper, it will be good for mothers or the others for someone who want to diet, so it can be benefit for them. So that's all.
Can I ask,
Yes.
is there either it have purple potato, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it says why we cannot see the purple potato in market? It state. If
Um,
not, never mind. I just want to know if it state in the article. No,
because some potatoes that just in Malaysia, the type of soil that we can grow the potato. Did you understand? So maybe the purple potato is not suit for Malaysian soil, but it's suit for the other country. So it's more common to the other country.
right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adina, for the explanation, and thank you, everyone. Before our discussion comes to an end, we shall first choose our 2 articles to publish in the newspaper in the Metra. So, what's your opinion?
So I think there are many articles that interesting, right? For foods. Um,
Yes, there's a lot.
Yes, it's a tough decision.
I think so.
so for me, I would like to choose the ISA articles because it awards foods that people do not know it probably. So what's what the other guys?
I think Halimatun's article is good because it's about halal food, right? Malaysia have majority Muslims,
Muslims,
so
yeah,
it's good
yeah,
to keep
yes, right.
people aware about halal food.
So any other guys wants to vote?
I agree with Isa.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that.
just are also quite good, right? It's about top 10 foods in Kuala Lumpur, right?
Yes, I can say that the article is quite interesting because not all people in Malaysia we know where to find the good food in Kuala Lumpur. So what do you think?
Mm, I
So
agree.
yeah, I agree too.
Okay, so I think we have come to the end of our discussion that we choose my article and Halimatun's article to be published in the food section. So that's all for this night. Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome, bye.
Stop